Hi, boys and girls. Happy Wednesday. We're continuing our review of Topic 8 in fractions. We're going to skip a little bit ahead to Lesson 8-3, which is really just continuing what you were working on yesterday with making equivalent fractions. Today, we're going to work on sort of diving a little deeper into making equivalent fractions using multiplication. Okay, so just like yesterday I modeled for you, we have 4/5, and I want to make an equivalent fraction. Here, they multiplied the numerator and the denominator by the same number, that's important, by 4. So 4 times 4 gave you 16, and 5 times 4 gave you 20. So 4/5 equals 16/20. All right, so today's all about multiplication. Let's take a look at a couple so you just feel comfortable with what you're doing today. So here we have a few models just to reinforce the concept. 2/3. If you we're going to cut it in half here, so you're multiplying it by 2. And so here they show the multiplication. 2 times 2 is 4, and 3 times 2 is 6. And if you look here, there are 6 total, that's your denominator, and 4 have been shaded in. So 2/3 equals 4/6. All right, so again, they're just showing the models to sort of reinforce the concept to you. So here we have 3/6, and we're multiplying it by 2. So 3 times 2 is 6, and 6 times 2 is 12. So if you notice here, there are 12 total pieces, and 6 of them are shaded. And it's the same amount of space that is shaded in the 3/6. Okay? So here we don't have the models. It's the same idea though. Like we said yesterday, how are you going from 5 to 10? You're multiplying. All day today is going to be multiplying. You're multiplying by 2. Whatever you multiply the denominator by, you need to multiply the numerator by the same number, and 1 times 2 is 2. So 1/5 equals 2/10. So here we have a bigger number, but I'm sure we all know this. You're about to be 5th graders. 4 times what gets you to 100? And I think I hear you all saying 4 times 25. Whatever I multiply the denominator by, I have to multiply the numerator by. And if you have 5 25s, you have 125. I hope many of you notice that in this fraction, the numerator is larger than the denominator. So remember, we call that a fraction greater than 1, right? This means that it's more than a whole. Let's look at this one. How do we go from 4 to 12? We multiply by 3. Whatever you do to the bottom, you do to the top. 7 times 3 is 21. Again, here we have another fraction greater than a whole. It used to be called, back in the day, your parents may remember this, improper fractions, but now we call them fractions greater than a whole. Okay, so here we go from 3 to 9. You're going to multiply by 3. Whatever you do to the top, you do to the bottom, and 4 times 3 is 12. Okay, so again, it's really sort of taking what you left off on yesterday. Here we have a couple of fractions, and they're going to ask you to make equivalent fractions, right? So again, this is where you get to pick a number. Some of you like to get really fancy and pick really big numbers. I like to keep it a little bit simple. I'm just going to make an equivalent fraction by multiplying the top and the bottom by 2. So 1 times 2 is 2. 10 times 2 is 20. Okay? Same thing here. Again, notice that the numerator is larger than the denominator, so this is a fraction greater than a whole. I'll mix it up a little bit. Let's multiply the top and the bottom by 3, just to get really crazy. 3. Remember, you're not going to pick 1, because if you multiply the top and bottom by 1, you're going to get the same number. So 4 times 3 is 12, and 2 times 3 is 6. All right? Make an equivalent fraction here using multiplication are going to be your directions, most likely. I'm going to multiply the top and bottom by 10. Two times 10 is 20. 5 times 10 is 50. Okay? Let's get really bananas here. Let's multiply the top and bottom by 5. 3 times 5 is 15, and 4 times 5 is 20. So again, you can pick any number here to make your equivalent fraction. Just don't pick 1, obviously, because if you multiply, you'll get the same fraction over again, okay? Have a great day, everybody, and I'll see you tomorrow. We're going to do the same thing, but with division.